Welcome back to another episode of ROC Boys Football. Just got done filming the Nick Saban, Jimbo Fisher feud. Come back to Twitter. Jordan Addison has officially committed to USC. Before we get into it, just wanted to thank you guys for checking us out. All the support you guys are showing to the channel, the subscriptions, the likes, the comments. So if you guys do like Talking Ball, go subscribe to the channel. Leave your comments in the comment section. We appreciate all the support for real. Dill, Jordan Addison going to USC. First takes.
Surprise! I mean, at the end of the day, a little surprised. I think Bama and Texas are in terms of him putting up monster numbers and being part of an offense that's going to score a zillion. I think those two felt like the best fits, I guess, is what I'd say.
I thought it was going to be Texas because, his wide receiver coach is now there at Texas. Obviously, would get plenty of money to go there. But for me personally, if I'm worried about my draft stock, I'm going to Bama. I mean, he's the easily number one wide receiver in that room, paired up with the best quarterback in the country. Like, who is stopping Bryce Young and Jordan Addison? Nobody. Now, USC also has a good quarterback in Caleb Williams. My only worry for Jordan Addison is that, Mario Williams and Caleb Williams have a great chemistry. But getting to how this USC offense looks, it is embarrassingly
It's paper good. It's paper good
for sure.
Yeah.
And on top of that, led by one of the best offensive-minded guys in the country, in Lincoln Riley.
Yeah, we'll see. His offensive mind wasn't working so great last year, but
that's true. That's true. If you take a look at this roster right now, Jordan Addison is going to come in and be that one. But it's going to be a 1A, 1B with Mario Williams and Jordan Addison. Mario Williams obviously having phenomenal chemistry. He caught 2 touchdown passes from Caleb Williams in the spring game. They lit it up last year at Oklahoma. Lit it up kind of. As much as Oklahoma could lit it up last year, Mario Williams and Caleb Williams had a very, very good relationship. Now you had Jordan Addison. You got Terrell Bynum from Washington. Guy like Taj Washington I like. I even like Kyle Ford and Gary Bryant.
The thing is Addison's the best guy on this. He's the best wideout talent-wise by a good margin.
I think so too.
I think Mario Williams is a good player, but he's not Jordan Addison good. I think he hasn't shown it yet.
He was good last year as a true freshman, but Jordan Addison's on a different level. I think it took one stop at Lincoln Riley's beach house in Southern California to be like, hey, you could sell me on this. I think he was probably going to USC all along. He said he's going to do a formal
Lincoln Riley told him he had to slow down so it doesn't look so sketchy.
Yeah, exactly, because that came on very, very fast. This changes the Pac-12. I think Jordan Addison and I know, Dill, you aren't that big on transfers, but Jordan Addison is one of the best transfers that we've seen this year. I think it adds another dimension to this USC offense. And who's beating USC in the Pac-12 this year? Who's outscoring USC in the Pac-12 this year?
Well, if you don't think Oregon or Utah can both beat them, you're nuts.
I think Oregon. I don't think
USC. They got some transfers, but the bones of that team is not there yet.
Very.
If you watch last year, they were as good as Cal. So it's that's the problem. There's the bone. There's still you got to fill the bones in, and there just hasn't been time.
They're very flashy. They're a flashy team. Caleb Williams, Lincoln Riley, Travis Dye, obviously coming in from Oregon. Now Jordan Addison. It's a flashy team. It has a lot of offensive weapons, but similarly to Texas, has probably the same problem. Offensive line has some question marks. Defense, to be very frank, too,
Jordan Addison's the only guy who's dominated college football on this roster, I would say. The other guys were solid players, but they weren't dominant at it. It's not
Mario Williams was dang good for a true freshman last year.
He's good, yeah, but you weren't talking Blitnikoff or anything. He wasn't up in that discussion.
I'm higher on Mario Williams than you are. I also think Terrell Bynum is also very good. And then Brandon Rice. We didn't even talk about Brandon Rice, who was the best receiver in Colorado last year. Obviously, Jerry Rice's son. The talent is disgusting. But I think you said it best. The bones, the meat and potatoes of this team, the offensive line, has a ton of question marks from last year. They were horrible. On defense, a ton of guys transfer out. They're trying to build back a defense with transfers, but I think I was reading they only have 30 scholarship guys on defense. They barely can fill out a 2 deep guy in scholarships. They have a lot of guys leaving and coming in. They're going to be bringing in a lot more transfers in the summer, I would presume. And so we'll see how well they can fill out that defense. But from right now, it is hard to see teams like Oregon, led by Bo Nix, outscoring a team like USC.
Yeah, I just think they might be able to stop them. That's all. I think they just you're putting this offense on such a high pedestal.
Yes,
I like with these guys haven't dominated besides.
Addison. They were true freshmen.
Caleb
Williams and Marlins were true freshmen last year.
They're playing in the Big 12 on the best team in the Big 12.
The defenses were good last year in the Big 12. 30 years. Baylor, Oklahoma State, like those.
Maybe they just look good because Oklahoma wasn't Oklahoma.
Could be.
That's a fact. Oklahoma was nothing as like they've been.
I mean, it was a lame duck coach. Like, freaking Lincoln Riley was in Southern California since September.
He's back. Well, he's coaching this team, so good luck with that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think he gave a damn how well they did last year. He was out of the door. He knew he was going to be out the door in October. Now he's entrenched. Now he's ready to rock and roll. Again,
yeah, we'll see. That guy's always looking for his next move. He's going to the NFL in a couple
Let me ask you this, gun to head. Who are you taking to win the Pac-12? Utah?
Yeah, probably.
Oregon.
No, I think Utah.
Yeah, I mean,
Utah's good. Like they just trot out there. They bully ball you every.
It's actually they're complete opposites. Utah and USC right now. Like looking at their team, USC is extremely flashy. A star freshman young quarterback in Caleb Williams, really, really good playmakers on the outside. And then Utah, where's Utah excel? They excel on the defense and offensive line. They run the football really well, and they don't do anything flashy. So we're gonna see what wins, the flash or the meat and potatoes team. I like to say Utah. It's Kyle Whittingham, and he doesn't do anything flashy. He's just a darn good football team.
He just lines it up and kicks teeth in.
So we'll get into more Pac-12 breakdown in the summer. But again, we don't make a huge deal about transfers. We'll make some videos because they're fun to talk about. Like,
this is the last remaining big.
This is an impact player. Like Jalen Robinson, we made a video this weekend. Jalen Robinson going to Ole Miss. Like that's a big deal for Ole Miss because they needed playmakers, and Ole Miss is my team, so I'm obviously going to talk about him. This is like one of the best wide receivers, if not the best. Like he doesn't get the respect he deserves. Very well could be the best wide receiver in college football, transferring to USC with a team that's loaded. And it's hard not to talk about USC right now, what they're doing in the recruiting cycles, the amount of young talent they're bringing in. Like Lincoln Riley is definitely starting to change his team, but again, you would like to see them fill out that offense and defensive line more. They got some good guys that I like.
Fill out the whole team.
Yes, but they will because they had so many people leave. And I know I think they have like 20 open scholarship spots. Like they need to fill out the team still in the transfer portal, and you'll see how well it works. Teams like Ole Miss, teams like USC who are dominating the transfer portal, all these names that are highlighted in yellow are transfers. Like how well is it going to work bringing in 10 new guys on the defense side of the ball and then a couple of guys on the offense side of the ball who are completely new? It's going to be interesting. This is a team to talk about. I'm on the USC bandwagon as much as I'm not going to root for USC that much because
how can you root for USC?
But I think they're going to be good, and we'll see what Vegas values USC at because they might value them too high. What do you think?
Almost assuredly,
because they know people.
I just saw Caleb Williams' Heisman odds. I know they're overvalued. I know that he's not on the level of Bryce Young for the Heisman.
Yeah. So. I feel like Caleb Williams is I do agree with that take. I think Caleb Williams he still has a lot of work to do. I mean, he was 18 years old playing in a sold out stadium in Norman. Like he's still young, he's still learning, but he's very talented, and we're gonna see how he looks. The offense looked very good in the spring game, but that's also going up against a defense that kind of stinks this year. Dill hates when I bring up the spring game. He
offense when you can't get tackled.
Scoff at the spring game. Again, thank you guys for checking us out. There's not much more to say than that this offense it's exciting to think about. Like they have playmakers all over the field. Jordan Addison is enjoying his new beachside apartment down in Southern California for sure. And I think this will for sure help his draft stock. I mean, Keaton Slovis is like I don't know how
It'll help. It'll help over Pitt, but not.
but it
as
wouldn't
much
help
as
over Bama.
Texas
If
or
you
Bama.
wanted to boost that draft stock the most, it would have to be Bama.
That's what it felt like. But
Lincoln Riley is I feel like you're sleeping on him a little bit in terms of like he
yeah,
had
it could
guys
be
like
like a little like just
Baker Mayfield, Kyler
feelings.
Murray. Like he's developed really good offensive quarterback and wide receiver NFL draft prospects who've worked out at the next level. So we're gonna see, as usual. Again, we appreciate the support. Over 940 subscribers now. So if you guys do like the content, go help us get to 950. We appreciate you guys checking us out. And we're gonna talk to y'all later. Peace. And I did.